Hi guys, it's Emily, Jazz Hands. Today I put together a video of some Adele inspired makeup. I was inspired by her new song, Hello. The music video, it's very intense. Have you watched it? I love that song, and I have always loved Adele, and I just have a lot of respect for her. She's a songwriter and a beautiful singer, amazing singer. She has written a lot of music. She wrote the theme song for a James Bond movie, and she's written so much of her own music. And I've always thought she was gorgeous. So I thought I would try to capture some Adele today for you and give you a little instruction on that. So without further ado, here we go.
Alright guys, so I have already gone ahead and done foundation and a little bit of concealer under my eyes, so I just blended that all over first. And then now I'm going in with a little bit of a highlight with the Super Blendable L'Oreal True Match Concealer. And there's not much highlighting and contouring going on here in this makeup, but I did want to intensify that just a little bit. So I'm going in with my concealer brush with that concealer and blending that in all over really well, just below my eyes and that crescent shape by underneath my eye and over near my cheekbone and so on. Blending that in with the Beauty Blender lastly, just to give it the super blended look. And then I'm taking the True Match translucent powder with a setting brush and I'm going underneath my eyes to set that highlight that I just did, and then under my nose where I've done a little concealing too. And then I'm going to take this all over brush with the same powder and get an all over finish. Then when I do my bronzer and blush, it really finishes nicely, and eyeshadow as well. And then I'm taking my Lorac Pro palette with this brush here, and then I'm using the pink color all over my lid. And I'm doing the same on the other side, of course. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and get a little of the Lorac Pro palette with the white, and I'm going to do the inner corner of my lid there, just to open the eye up a bit. This look does have a bit of liner, so you do want a more open look for your eyes. And then using the white in the inner corner is a good way to do that. And I'm using my fingertip to dot a little bit on it lastly. It's more intense. And then I'm using the mauve from the same palette with my egg-shaped brush again. And I'm going in on my crease here, as you can see, windshield wiper motions. And just continuing to add that color until it looks deep enough for what I'm looking for. And you can see the crease really stands out there. And then I'm doing the same on the other side. Just getting that depth of color to where I like it. And then I'm going in with this more dense brush here, and I'm going to add it to the outer corner, the same mauve color, dabbing it on. We're going to blend this out, but this is how I'm going to apply it because I do want the color more intense there on the outside of the lid. And then we're going to go back in after this, and we're going to blend that out with that egg-shaped brush again. And I'm just going to blend, blend, blend. I still want the coverage more deep on the outside of the lid, but I do want to make sure to blend this quite a bit. It's just going to give you a softer look. It just looks overall more polished. And I'm continuing to blend just until I see what I want. I apologize for the lighting in this video with the mirror. It did get a little bit bright at times with the autofocus. Then I'm going up with my highlight above the crease color and I used white here. It's just going to help make the eyebrows stand out. And then I'm taking my Sigma E40 brush and blending that color out right there a little bit more. Now I'm going in with my Lorac liner, and I will link that below. I forget the name of it. This is what I use for my for my winged liner. I love this product. You can also use a drugstore version. I have a Maybelline version that's very similar. I just don't find that it lasts as long, so I did invest the extra to get the Lorac and I really like this product very much. With the liner here, I did slow it down so that you could see what I'm doing. I'm kind of weird in that on one eye I start from the outside and work my way in, and then on the other eye start on the inside and work my way out. I think it's because I like to work from left to right either way. So that's just the way that I do it. You can do it whatever feels more comfortable to you. And I'm building this liner. It is a semi-thick liquid liner that you're going to be doing on this look. And so I'm just taking my time and building that. I don't want to do like a gigantic thick line to start with. Doing small sections and just building that up as I go along until it looks just how I like it. I think this is a really classic look that you could wear out for date night or something professional even. I think it's a nice look. You could change up the eyeshadow color if you like. I think this mauve is a nice neutral color, and I think it would look good on most skin types. And as you can see, I'm starting on the inside on this eye and just building that up. I do recommend if you do winged liner, if you want to start doing winged liner, you get one of these eyeliner pens that do have the felt tip. I find that to be the easiest thing. You can definitely use an eyeliner brush. I just think that the texture of these just really helps with that application. And again, I'm just building that up until it gets to be the thickness. And I'm not adding much of a wing on the outside there. It's just kind of a little bit of an extension of the bottom where the bottom lash would come up. So that's naturally where you're going to want your wing to go. And hers are even a little bit flat on this look. So I even did a little bit less than I normally would for a winged liner. And the beauty of these or this look for this liner is that you can kind of work out your mistakes as you go along. Now I'm taking a small little brush here, and I'm going to take the black out of that palette, and I'm just intensifying that eyeliner, and I'm making it more matte, and I'm making it have more staying power by adding that on to that liner. It's definitely optional. I just think that it adds a nice detail, longer lasting look. And I'm also going to line my waterline with a NYX black eyeliner. I think I should have sharpened this eyeliner first, but it did give me the color that I wanted, so that's okay. And now I'm going underneath my eye and I'm doing the lash line with the same liner, which I will blend out somewhat. Finally show you the product there. And then I'm taking that little brush again. It's got leftover eyeshadow from above as well, and I'm just going to blend that out. Just give it not such a harsh look. And she's got a little bit of a blended liner on the bottom there. So that's what I was going for. Thanks, Greg. And now it's time for L'Oreal Telescopic Favorite Mascara of all time. And I put about 30 coats of that on before it's time to move on to something else. Just when you think you are done with your your mascara, it's time to add more. I actually did not go very heavy on the lower lashes on this look. I felt like she was a little more minimal on the lower lashes, so I did that as well. And when you're doing your mascara, you do want to make sure that you coat the top of your lashes as well as the bottom, especially if you have lashes like mine, which are pretty blonde. Very light color lashes. So I do take my time, make sure to get a good coat on there. And then after this, I do go ahead and add on some false lashes, some Adele Demis. And I did not show that but I can do another video on applying lashes. And now I'm just combing out my eyebrows because I'm going to do my eyebrows. And that lash glue that you see that's white there, that will also dry clear. So no worries. She has a flatter, more almost like a more straight eyebrow than I do, so I did try to get that look as well by not really accentuating my arch as much as I normally do. So I'm just kind of doing more of a straight line than I typically do. It just depends on your brow shape, but she's got more of a longer and flatter brow in this video at least. And typically, looking through her pictures, she's got really nice brows. And so I'm just taking my time and making sure that I get those lines where I want them and really kind of skimming over that arch a little bit more than normal. And I definitely wouldn't accentuate the arch with any highlight or anything like that underneath or any concealer, just because it's a pretty simplified brow. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same on the other side. And again, keeping that straight. I think the brows in this look are beautiful. It actually really does a lot for the entire look itself. So I would spend some time on the brows. And like I have said in the past, I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. But I've said in the past you can use an eyeshadow. You just might want to use a clear brow gel to keep your hairs in place if you do that. Now I'm going to use my foundation brush. I think it's called a foundation brush or powder brush. I'm using the Hoola bronzer by Benefit, which is my favorite for contouring, just going under that cheekbone. She doesn't have a lot of contouring, but a little bit just under the cheekbone there. And then I'm going to blend it out with that e.l.f. stipple brush until it's soft enough to where I like it. And then I'm going to add this Fit Me Maybelline Pretty Pink blush. Just, it's a real natural look. Obviously, I'm guessing at colors because it was like a sepia, is that how you say that? Sepia tone for the video. And so I'm guessing at colors, but we get the gist. And then I'm using the NYX lip stick in Talia. And I'm going to use, because this lipstick is very broken, I've been using a lip brush, but I actually like the look that the lip brush gives me. I'm actually going to blend out 3 different lip colors on this look, just because after I got the first 2 on, I felt like I needed an extra color to make it a little more neutral. So I'm just going through and lining my lips as I would almost with a lip liner, but I'm using the lip brush. This is a lip brush that I got from a Too Faced kit that I have, and it comes in pretty handy there. And I'm just going through and filling in after I do the line of the lips. And she's got a nice upper lip and then a really full bottom lip. So that's what I was going for. I'm almost going inside the lines of my natural lip on the top to get the same look, and then I'm over exaggerating the bottom. I didn't really go crazy on going outside of my lips per se, but I did go on the very outside of the bottom, just making sure that I get that really full look for her lips. And then taking my time to make sure that I get the actual outline nice and neat there, especially with that bottom lip being more full. I just want to accentuate so much. And then I'm going to fill in with that same Talia color. And then after that, when that is full and voluptuous, I'm going to take the NYX color, my absolute favorite NYX color lipstick ever, and it's called Summer Love. I'll show you here in a moment. And I'm going to go ahead and add that on the top. And then I'm just going in with that Summer Love, like I said, with the lip brush, and I'm just going to fill in on top and just blend that color in because I didn't want that full dark berry lip. And so I go through and make sure that I get a nice coverage there. And then I'm going to go ahead and take another NYX color in Talia, just because I wasn't quite satisfied with that color. I just wanted a little more nude, and I put that on the top. And now I'm going ahead and taking my Hoola bronzer, and I'm taking this little eyeshadow brush. I'm dabbing right underneath that bottom lip to give it more of a pout. I'm accentuating and creating a shadow there, and I'm just blending that with my finger. Just making sure that I blend that out really nicely, and that's just going to give a more full lip. And then I'm just doing her little crease on her chin there, just for extra effect, obviously, totally optional. I do happen to have a little bit of a dimple in my chin there, so I'm just accentuating that with the bronzer, just to get a more Adele look. And blending that out so it's not obvious. And then I'm going through with my Bare Minerals Clear Radiance and dabbing that on. It's a highlighter right in the center of the bottom lip, just to give that some more, just accentuate that more and make that a full bottom lip like she has. It's just very full. And that's going to help give that illusion as well. You could use a gloss here as well instead.
Okay guys, there you have it. That was my rendition of some Adele makeup. Hopefully you can take some of that and work it into your own glam night out. I mean, this is probably not an everyday look, although I don't know why not. It's not really that crazy. The lashes might be a little much for a daytime, but it could be a fun date night look, or just a fun night out on the town look, or whatever you would like to do with this look. So it ironically is a rainy day here today, so it was very fitting that I do this today, and I'm thankful that I cannot relate to her song because it's really sad, and to my knowledge, have not broken anyone's heart. I'm kind of glad because it looks painful to be the one to know that you did that, especially in that video. Anyway, have a great day, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit the thumbs up if you like this. Please subscribe. I'd love to have you watch more of my videos. Please leave comments below with ideas or questions.